Okay, today we are going to be going over attorney fee agreements, and this particular one is an hourly fee agreement. Before we do start, it is always important for all clients to thoroughly read and understand their fee agreement, and if they have any questions, to ask them of the lawyer. And nothing in this video is meant to encompass everything that is on the fee agreement. So if it's not mentioned here, does not mean it's not in the fee agreement. This is just to give a basic review of what a fee agreement is. So this is an hourly fee agreement where at the top you would see your name right here. You'll also see your address and, most importantly, the subject matter. In this case, it was general business and a real estate representation for this particular client. That would encompass the subject matter. Now, if during the course of representing you, another matter came up, that would necessitate the signing of a new and separate retainer agreement, fee agreement. The next is number 2, which is legal fees. This is probably the most important part of the retainer agreement, and one that most clients don't fully understand. So right here, this amount would be the initial fee agreement amount. So that does not mean a lot of clients feel that this is how much their entire case is going to cost. That is not what that figure is. That figure is the amount that we took to begin your case. That money is put in a client escrow account. We do not deposit that into our operating account. And as we work on your case, we will bill towards your case, provide invoices, and then deduct our fees from this amount. Once this amount has been exhausted and your case is still moving forward, you will in fact have to put more money. This is one of the things that needs to be made very clear, that this amount right here is not your full case amount. That is what we accepted to start your case. Also within here, you'll also find the hourly fee breakdown for each of the people who could possibly be working on your case. It does not mean that this many people will work on your case, but if a senior partner of the firm were to work on your case, or associates, or paralegals, legal assistants, receptionists, that's all broken down here. So that's important for you to understand. Also, we bill on a 1/10 scale, meaning each hour has 10.1s in it, meaning that we bill for every 6 minutes. So this is critical. So if we answer the phone, everything we do pertaining to your case, in fact, is hourly billed. So if you call for a status, or we receive an email, or we email you, or we're working on documents, or we're going to court appearances, if any member of my staff is dealing with your case, they are billing it on an hourly billing schedule that is in 6-minute increments. This is true for the vast majority of attorneys with hourly fee statement bills and retainers. We all bill, the majority of us bill this way. It's just critical for you to understand that if you were to send 10 emails in a day and say it only takes 30 seconds to open an email and give a quick reply, you're still billed for 6 minutes. So to save money, it's always important and a good practice to be concise. Instead of sending several emails in one day, take time and fill out the email or correspondence fully and correctly, so we do not have to play tag and going back and forth with emails, as that does eat up retainers. Also, if it is a big issue, the best practice is in fact to call the office and set up an appointment to just speak to your attorney on the phone. This way, a number of situations, questions, can be answered at one time and will significantly save you money on an hourly fee agreement. Okay, payments. The next is payments, costs, and expenses. So essentially, these are all the fees that go along with your case, be it mailing, postage, handling, filing fees, constable fees, um, any type of report that needs to be ordered. That's addressed here. We do have a limit where there's a certain amount right here set to $1,000, that before we make any payments in excess of $1,000, we will in fact call you and require permission to actually spend that out of your funds. So one important thing is, this is more important on fixed fee agreements. People have issues with, I didn't realize I had to pay for that. On an hourly fee agreement, there's nothing that is coming for free. So all filing fees, all postage, all of that will be accounted for on your invoice. The billing and payment section, this essentially only goes over that we do in fact invoice on a regular basis. It may be weekly, it may be monthly. Depending on your case, how much work we're doing, we try to invoice as frequently as possible to keep you informed of exactly the status of your case and how much it's costing you. So the next section is client responsibilities and termination of services. Essentially, this whole section describes that if termination of services were to occur, meaning you did not want our law firm to finish the case, or you stopped paying our law firm, in which case we would stop working. So if we're working on your case and you no longer are paying when there's still more work to be done, we will in fact withdraw from your case. We cannot keep working on a case, and if the situation does arrive, please contact us. We can set up payment plans where you give us a debit card or credit card, and we make weekly deductions from that to work out your bill. But if the simple case is you do not have money to move forward, we will have to in fact terminate services, and all bills and invoices up to that point will still need to be paid. The next situation, the next section here is dealing with termination fees. This basically is a breakdown of the hourly fees of the different attorneys that may be working on your case, or staff. So essentially, if we have terminated, or you have terminated services one way or the other, between the lawyer to the client or client to the lawyer, this is a breakdown of the work we would have done and the fees you will be expected to pay. The next section discusses liens and compensation. This basically explains how we will move forward in collecting on the fees that were generated during us handling your particular case. The next section pertains to fee disputes. So both parties, the attorney, law firm, and client, agree that we will amicably attempt to address any conflicts or issues that arise pertaining to your hourly fee agreement or retainer. And if that does not occur, that we will send the case over to the Fee Arbitration Board of the Massachusetts Bar Association. The next section is 7 collections, which explains how our law firm, if we are not paid, will initiate collections procedures against clients, because some clients simply do not pay their attorney's bills after a certain point. This is seldom the case, but it happens all the time, every once in a while, and this section actually addresses that. The next one, section 8, is no guaranteed results. You were never told during your initial consultation or any time you spoke to your attorney, but this once again reiterates the fact that no attorney should ever give you any type of guarantees of the result of your case. And certainly the attorneys at Vitello Law Group will not guarantee your case, your facts are yours. We will zealously represent you. We will do our best to get you the resolution for your case that you want, but in no way, shape, or form are we stating that there are any guarantees whatsoever. This section of your contract, retainer agreement, fee agreement, covers that. In the next section discusses that if we win a case and the case is awarded attorney's fees by the judge, this section pertains to that. And the final section is a complete understanding of this agreement. Essentially, that means if it's not written here, it's not part of this agreement. Most importantly, anything that you felt you may have heard from an attorney or discussed in person, if it is not in this agreement, it is not part of that agreement. So that's why it's very important to read your entire agreement and fully understand the entire agreement to fully appreciate exactly how our law firm will be working for you and how this fee agreement is structured. Well, this was attorney Joseph Botello for the Botello Law Group going over your hourly fee agreement, retainer agreement, and trying to more fully explain how these agreements work, and most importantly, stressing that regardless if you watched this video or you've discussed the retainer agreement with your attorney, you should always read your retainer agreement fully. And if there's anything you do not understand, you must ask your attorney what the section or part of the retainer agreement that you do not understand is and what it means. Thank you and have a good day.
If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, click the notification bell to get future videos that we'll be putting out. And please share our content on social media.